Hello, everyone. I'm here today to do a little bit of a wrap up of the Warwick Prize for Women in Translation. I have been reading or finishing this year the long list of the Warwick Prize for Women in Translations prize from the beginning, which is 2017, until the last long list, which was 2024. The long list normally comes out in November, so as of recording, it has not been announced yet for 2025. And because I'm a little bit of a nerd when it comes to numbers, I have compiled all of the ratings that I have given, all of the books that I've read, and I have divided them in categories. So I'll show the graph here, but I have looked into the long list, the short list, the winner, and the books that I was interested in kind of before I saw the long list, or like the books I was interested in when I saw the long list, and kind of made a little bit of statistics. So what we can see in the yellow line is the winners, and there has been some winners that I have absolutely loved. Your Wish is My Command and Oswald are finds that I did throughout this project that I absolutely loved. So that's great, but they also sometimes have books that I don't connect with. The winner of 2024, I DNF'd. So the winners are not always an indication that I'm going to like the book. And then the short list and the long list are kind of the same. Like, it seems to not matter very much if it's shortlisted or not, based on if I'm gonna like it or not. They are all kind of around the 3-star mark. And then the books that I'm interested in, though, are always high. They're between 3.25, 3.5. And obviously some of these books I did read before I started this project, and those are the ones that I was interested in. And it seems that I actually know my own taste. I actually enjoyed the books that I pick up more than the ones that I force myself to read for a certain project like this. Of course, there are exceptions, and there are books that I do like that I would not have picked up otherwise. But most of the time, I know what I like, and when I pick a book from a long list or a short list, when I pick it because I want to read it, I am much more likely to like it. Doesn't mean that I like it every time, but I'm much more likely to like it transparently, according to my statistics. Some of the books that I actually read from the list that I was not going to pick up otherwise are like Forbidden Notebook, the Violence Spedes, which I really loved. Oswald I had heard about, but it was not calling to me, and I absolutely loved that book. Your Wish is My Command, I would have picked up, but it's a graphic novel, and graphic novels tend to be expensive. Not overpriced, but just expensive, and so I tend to read less of them. And I'm glad that this project made me read it, because I really, really enjoyed it. Also, Endon by Linnea Axelson is one that called to me from the last year's list, and is one that I really enjoyed as well. And also Sleepless, I don't know if I would have discovered this book if it was not through this list. So there are some winners in this list. I'm really happy that I read those books, but there were also a lot of that. If we are being honest, there were a lot of books that were just not for me. And I also noticed that some years the judges pick books that are a lot more to my taste than others. So I think they do change the panel of the year, and those changes do affect how much I match with the price. So I think going forward, what I would going to do is I'm planning to look at the list and read the ones that I'm the most interested in, which at this point is actually what I do for most lists, most price lists. And I do know that if something sounds interesting, it's probably going to be good. So I will try to read those books, because sometimes I see something that sounds interesting and I'm like, yeah, but it's difficult to get, and then I don't. but I do think that this has shown that those books actually are worth it, so I can make the effort to get them here so that I can read them. And I don't know, maybe the winner I will read every year just to keep that statistic going, even though it has not been the most successful. Some of the winners have been very, very successful for me. And there were only really 2 winners in the 8 years that this has gone through that I really disliked. So overall, I think it's a very interesting prize. I think the thought behind it is really interesting, and I am interested to follow it maybe a little bit less intensely next year, but still follow it closely because I think the idea is great, and I think the books that they pick, some of them are really good. So yeah, let me know if you have heard about this prize before, if you have seen some of my other videos and have any other thoughts of books that you loved from this long list. And on the next video, bye!